Feeling tired as fuck? Drained by other people's energy? In today's video, I'm sharing my top 3 strategies to deal with empath burnout, the ones that I use every time I'm feeling overwhelmed and energetically depleted, so that you can stop feeling drained and balance your energy too. So my first and most favorite strategy for empath burnout is sensory withdrawal. Now, often we think as empaths that burnout is coming from other people, other people's energy, how they're relating to us, how we're relating to them. However, it's coming from your physical body. It's coming from you. So by focusing on you instead of other people, you will recover a lot more quicker. So by withdrawing all of your attention from the sensory experience of life, even for just a couple minutes, you can reset your nervous system and really relax your body. So my favorite way to do this is with a blanket, and I'm going to show you. It's so easy, you guys, like for real, but okay, so you're just going to take the blanket, right? You're going to cover your head like this. Yeah, I'm going to go completely under the blanket. Hopefully you can hear me. And then you're going to pull one over and one under. And you pull it really tight. I'm sure this looks funny. You pull it really tight as you can, like this. And yes, it looks super weird, but you just hold yourself there, okay, in that total compression for about a couple minutes. You know, close your eyes. It doesn't have to be like a meditation or anything serious. Even just a few minutes of this when you're overwhelmed is so good, you guys. And I know it seems kind of silly, but sometimes your senses and your energy just needs to go inwards for a moment, and this will do it in a really simple way. Now, if you don't like that, you don't want to try that, you can also just use like meditation, listening to a guided meditation. That's another way to withdraw your senses. Lying under the blanket with it over your head and just eyes closed, sitting in a dark space or a quiet dark space for a little bit. Do something to pull all of your energy inwards. Because what I notice with most of my friends that are empaths and the people that I care about that are empaths is when they hit that burnout moment, they feel the need to isolate and withdraw. And I've definitely been there before, where you just want to push everyone away from you and create space for yourself. The thing about this is that oftentimes they'll keep stimulating their energy even in that state of withdrawal. So you might keep watching content, keep watching TV and taking in information, or keep eating food and consuming in that way. If you just take just a couple minutes to totally shut down your system, kind of like rebooting a computer, it is way more beneficial and will cause a way more lasting recovery than if you push everyone away and keep doing things. You know what I'm saying? Or just, distract yourself with joyous things and don't take a moment to shut down and reset. So this is my favorite thing to do. This is what I found the most useful for me and the people around me. The second one is connecting to the earth element. So earth is obviously super grounding. It actually, by connecting and physically touching the earth, touching plants, even hugging trees, you actually physically reduce the amount of negative ions and free radicals moving through your body. So the earth actually stabilizes your electromagnetic field and reduces your electromagnetic charge. And this is legit. This has been proven by study and science. If you want to know more about this, check out the Grounded documentary. It's free on Netflix. Maybe I'll put the link in the description for you. It's super interesting. So connecting to the earth is definitely one of my favorite ways. I'll go out as soon as I'm feeling like really stressed or really anxious or overwhelmed. I will go out to nature, go out to the forest, get lost somewhere and just sit on the earth, breathe with the earth. Like I said, hug a tree. If you've never hugged a tree before, I highly recommend it. Not a lot of things hug like a tree hugs. I don't know, it's very stable and grounding. touching the grass, even touching just a plant or a house plant. Those kinds of things will really help stabilize your energy and bring you back to a state of recovery much quicker. Now, if you're not in a position to go actually to nature, to actually touch earth, one of my favorite things to do is visualize earth and eat foods that are very earthy and very heavy. So things like potatoes, root vegetables, sweet potatoes, rice, brown rice, grains, bread, things that have that kind of earthy texture to them. That can also ground you, and that can also connect you to that earth element. So you can play with it a little bit. It doesn't have to be straight up going to earth to connect with the earth element. You can listen to nature sounds. You can work with your root chakra, right? There's a few different ways to work with the earth. It is so helpful though, and it brings you back to stability and comfort so quick. And then my third thing that I do is just cleansing practices. Personally, I mostly use San Paulo. It's a stick. Because I lived in South America for a little bit, so whenever I burn it, it kind of brings me back to those memories and brings me back there. You can light sage, sweet grass, you can light incense, you can even have an essential oil that you like to use, something that you can use to clear the energy, and you just connect in with the smoke. Personally, when I do this, I focus on clearing my crown chakra here at the top of my head, and then my third eye chakra as well. Those are the main areas that I focus on clearing, because those are the main areas in which you hold and store psychic stress from your environment. So cleansing, opening up the crown and third eye chakra will help you to decrease overwhelm as well. And if you don't want to burn something, you can always use water. So taking a shower, taking a bath. Baths are my favorite thing to do. Submerging yourself in water. That will cleanse and reset you as well. Especially if you go into like a river or a stream or an ocean, a natural body of water. This will really help to clear out any energy that is no longer serving you, so you can come back to a state of recovery. And one of my main suggestions, which I have learned through lots and lots of experience, is to try not to isolate, even if you feel you need to. Oftentimes we think that isolation is what is going to fix us from this feeling of empath burnout, is going to stop the overwhelm. However, your need for connection is stronger than even your need for food and water. So having a few people that don't really care if you're in a negative state, that you can connect to even when you're burnt out, that you can check in with even when you're burnt out, are going to be like life support for you, okay? They're going to be lifesavers, and they're going to help you move through the process quicker if you can be open to letting them in. Okay, which sometimes with burnout, if you get to that point where you're fully overwhelmed, you start to get angry about people and you push them away. So if you want to stop burnout in its tracks, learn how to prevent it before you get to that point of total overwhelm, then check out the Empath Survival Guide. This is a course that I've created where we use energetic awareness and spiritual practices to cut through social overwhelm, and so that you can stop feeling drained as an empath, and you can start connecting to people with more fun and ease, making this kind of empath burnout a thing of the past. So if you're interested, check that out. The link is in the description box below. The first live run through of this course starts June 15th, so I hope to see you there. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day.